Hello, Simone. Sorry about my voice. I started to have a broken voice this weekend. It's going well. It's going better. This morning I woke up at 5. I couldn't say a word. It was really frustrating. But anyway, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go through the transcript, and I'm gonna go through the phrasal verbs. Okay. So blood pressure device is what you had the last time in order to check your pressure, your blood pressure every 15 minutes. Fluctuating, so your blood pressure can fluctuate, or it fluctuates. It's 28. Droopy is because we were using this character in order to talk about a low blood pressure. Do you need time before seeing people after the pregnancy? Personally, I had two. So, now you can pause and you can explain in English. So, do you need time before seeing people after the pregnancy? You can, because you can be a mess, you can be tired, and honestly, you want to spend some quality time with your baby. So, different people, different opinions, and ignore annoying people with too many opinions or too many advice. I can send you some videos of Miss Marple. It's based on the novels of Agatha Christie's novels, and she's cool. So I've been watching 4 seasons of Miss Marple. The 3 first seasons are with the same character, the same old lady, but the 4th season is different. It's a different woman. So I'm a bit annoyed because I like consistency, but I'm getting used to the new character. She's fine. So Miss Marple, you can take a look here. Also, Portuguese from Brazil and Portuguese from Portugal. You told me that it's pretty much the same with some differences. The expressions can be a bit different. The French from Europe and the French, let's say French from Switzerland, French from France, French from Belgium, there are some differences, but people understand each other. The French from Canada, it's an older French with American influences and British influences as well, though the accent is weird. I mean, I do understand them. It's just sometimes I'm not used to that, so I don't expect the way they're gonna say some stuff. It was just a bit weird. And my friends, when they talk to me on the phone, I just laugh. I just keep laughing because it's really funny the way they speak, and they don't understand why. But explain to them. So it's an old French, but Portuguese from Portugal and Brazil and other places can be the same, but with slight differences. But you guys can understand each other. The difference between goat's milk and goat milk, it's the same, but in Canada, as I'm going to tell you, well, in England and in Canada, as I'm going to tell you, add apostrophe S, goat's milk, milk of goat. But in America, we tend to simplify to the extreme everything, and we can say just goat milk. Anyway, we can also omit the pronunciation of the endings, but not all the words, because look at the restaurant, we pronounce the T different, etc. But styling, communicating, so we may not emphasize or stress the G. We talked about the immigrants crossing the Canadian border from Emerson in Manitoba. And you have a lot of people who cannot make it in America because they cannot have access to welfare or to the refugee status. And right now it's getting really annoying. So even for some American citizens, it's just America is like that. It's a country of their own extremisms. And but anyway, so we talked about the elections. If you click on this link, you're gonna see they are talking about. There is a video, and they are talking about the swing states. They are talking about Ohio as well, where it's a very key state, and then being voting for the winning candidate for the past 50, 60 years or so, also like since the 60s. And they voted for Donald Trump in this state during the last elections. So they're being pretty accurate on this level. And Michael Moore has been based he based his predictions on the fact that Ohio has been voting for the same winning candidate for several decades. So, No real predictions here. It's just perfect common sense. But anyway, on the video, I talk about what we did today, what I just did, some phrasal verbs, grammar, and some communication. Because sometimes we talk, but we don't do too many things, and I like to be fair. I want to show you, this is an okay thing. I don't really agree with everything, but to come off, let me see if I can give you a good example. I pulled, but the bowling ball did not come off. Imagine you're trying to open a bottle. You have a bottle opener, but it's not coming off. The cap is not coming off. Or the bottle cap is not coming off. Okay? It's not going away in a sense, in a very simplistic English. Okay, to come off. When something comes off, it becomes detached from what it was attached or fastened to. Covers coming off. Okay? So detached. Come off, another phrasal verb. To doze off is to fall asleep. Actually, it's before falling asleep. So you're just like, you don't really pay attention. Your body is like, really wants to fall asleep. Your brain as well. But you're not really falling asleep. So they say here is when you fall into a light sleep, you doze off. It's a light sleep. You can wake up. But it's very hard to control that because you're very, very sleepy. To fall for is when someone successfully tricks or deceive you. You fall for the trick or deception. I feel like an idiot. The salesman promised me it was a real diamond, not glass. I fell for it. So I bought, not I bought physically with money, but I fell for the trick. Okay, let me just blow my nose quickly. I'm so sorry about that. It's a perfect disaster. To fall for, okay, also you can fall for someone when you can just fall in love with someone, okay? When you suddenly feel a strong attraction to someone or something, you fall for this person or thing, okay? To give in is to give up, basically, it's the same. And to hear about, I heard about him, I heard about this book, I heard about this movie, I heard about this new restaurant, okay? And to pull through will be the last one. To pull through is when you recover from a serious illness or injuries, you pull through. I'm trying to pull through right now. It's not easy. One week I lost completely my voice. I couldn't work for a week. I was going nuts. Just one day, I'm going dunzo, not so and dinzo and dunzo. It's not my cup of tea. So, but anyway, so we have that. We're gonna talk about them. And so sorry. And we need to also, let me see if I can show you some stuff. Give you a good video, but I cannot go above 30 minutes or quick time. It's gonna forbid me to record it, to save it. So is pod. Most common words in English. See if we can do some stuff. I don't like this kind of stuff. It's for kids. I have a huge collection, but nothing is appearing correctly here. And it's all my time I was working in different companies. I was not offering business courses. I was just trying to help let's say the blue collar employees to have normal conversations with potential customers from America, from Canada, or from China as well. So imagine two non-native speakers trying to try to speak English. But anyway, it's not opening anything here for some reason. I need to check something else. And hold on. Well, you're gonna hear me speak English. Maybe I'm gonna do something like that, and it's gonna be here. But anyway, here we go. So there are different things I have here. It was from my own computer, so it's a real mess. Um, you know, check if I have the ESL in Cambridge. Can be good as well. Let's see height. If you want some calculus. Anyway, so I'm gonna check English and ESL. Okay, English for email, English for business communication. We can do this one as well because you may need that to, how can I say, to be able to probably to talk to other people from different continents with different cultures. You never know. And it's a modular short course on socializing, telephoning, presenting, meetings, negotiating, you know, building a relationship, cultural diversity, and socializing. So let me zoom in. I'm gonna just get rid of this. I don't need you. Go away. There we go. And there we go. So cross-cultural understanding, welcoming visitors, small talk, keeping the conversation going. Cultural, sorry, understanding. Look at the picture in groups, discuss the situation, decide what you think the people are talking about, suggest various topics, say what you think they are definitely not talking about. They spend a few minutes acting out the conversation. Another phrasal verb here. You can look for it. You can look for it. Let's try to do this. Okay, we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna try to explain what we see. And also, the eye contact, I'm going to talk about the body language. In many Western society, including the United States, a person who does not maintain good eye contact is regarded as being slightly suspicious or a shifty character. Americans unconsciously associate people who avoid eye contact as unfriendly, insecure, untrustworthy, inattentive, and impersonal. However, in contrast, Japanese children are taught in school to direct their gaze at the region of their teacher's Adam's apple or tie knot, so they don't look at you directly in the eye. And as adult Japanese lower their eyes when speaking to a superior, a gesture of respect. Okay, of respect. Yeah, I was talking like that this morning. Now it's getting better. But anyway, so we're going to talk about this kind of stuff. And I disagree with that, what they say, because in America, I like when people look at me in the eyes. I really detest the fact that they can, you know, the distractions in the eye contact is really, to me, very disrespectful, very, very disrespectful. And I think it's, the education doesn't excuse you for being an asshole, so sorry, but in business, you have to be very, very, you cannot waste your time. And it's the same with socializing. You can always have access to, meeting new people. It doesn't mean these people are very useful in your life, okay? Constructive or bring constructive ideas. And I'm all about the positivity in life. And I hate wasting my time with negative people who are repeating the same pattern over and over again. I'll give you an example. I had a friend who is being broke. She's been broke for a long time. And she was in France, and I had to put some very strict boundaries because she kept asking me for money. I was like, look, you never pay me back. You always complain. And every time I go on vacation, you're jealous. Every time I go somewhere, you're just, I wish I could come. It's like, I cannot buy you a plane ticket for you. That's my money. And just be independent financially. I'm sorry, but I cannot be your mom or your boyfriend or something. And I think it's quite important for a woman, especially, to show men that we can be financially independent. And, it's very important to me. And I grew up like that, not seeing any models, but I created my personality and my temper. And I hate when women are just using the weak card and be like, yo, look, I'm weak. Please pay attention to me. Please take care of me. No, sorry. So these kind of people, I try to push them away and not paying attention to them, because I repeat, vampiric. And this is very important in order to stay healthy in life, is to put some, to be selective. I'm a workaholic, so I work like hell all the time, and I don't really pay too much attention to my health right now because I'm working on new project, and it's a lot of work, and so I don't sleep well, I don't eat well, I don't, but that's my responsibility. I'm not imposing that to anybody else, okay? And you see, no matter what, I'm working. So I think it's important. And I want my daughter to be the same. No excuses. Anyways, so we're gonna work on that, okay? We did a bit of phrasal verbs. I'm gonna try to send you this book, okay? Please try to download it. We're gonna use it for a while, and try to use the practicalities, try to use real English in a conversation and in our sessions. You have a wonderful morning. I push my voice too much. Sorry about that. You have a wonderful morning, and I'll talk to you later.